Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see if third time's gonna be a charm when it comes to Facebook. Okay. Okay, yay! It's finally live. Okay. I know we've been wasting a minute, but we're finally live. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's get started. Can breathe now. And I can alter the view here. There we go. Okay. Finally. Hello. Happy Thursday. My name is Sarah. I'm the health and fitness specialist in McLean, Virginia, and today I'm taking you through a banded strength and mobility session. Today is just going to be a nice full body stretch. We're going to work on some mobility stuff and just get really relaxed so we can head into the weekend feeling great, feeling fantastic. Gonna have the same setup as we normally do, so it's gonna be a nice good warm-up, 2 circuits of 3 exercises. We're gonna go for 2 rounds of each, and then we are going to get a nice good cool down. All of it is going to be stretching, mobility focused, so it might not feel like a warm-up and a cool down. It might just feel like 4 circuits of mobility things, but it's just gonna be in the same structure of what we usually do. You're gonna need a mat for today or an open space on your floor. If you don't have either of those, I guess make do with what you have. But we're gonna get nice and relaxed today, so let's go ahead and make our way down to our mat. We're gonna start nice and simple with a cat-cow. So we're going to be hands and knees. And what we're gonna do is we're going to draw the belly button to the spine, press the shoulder blades through the ceiling, draw the chin to the chest, and then pull the belly button to the floor, hips rise to the sky, and chest and head rise to be a cow. And then we're gonna go up into the cat and back down into the cow. We're gonna do 10 of these. We have 2 more here of each. All right, relax. So staying in our hands and knees, we're gonna walk our knees out to the edge of our mat. Our feet are gonna come in line with our knees, and we're gonna rock back towards the heels and then forwards over the hands. You can walk the hands out a little bit we're gonna do We're gonna do 10 of these. Really opening up the inner thighs, the hip flexors, and the low back here. We have one more. And relax. All right, bring the knees back in. We're gonna come to lay down on our side. So I'm gonna lay on my right side first. Arms are gonna come out in front of us. We've done this 1,000 times before. We're gonna do some open books. So our hands are gonna come out in front of our chest like we are pieces of bookends. And then we're gonna rotate the top hand. Head is going to follow. We're gonna open up as far as we possibly can without our knees pulling apart or our hips rotating to open up. Okay, so we're gonna look like our knees are glued together and to the floor. And we're gonna do some nice opening here. We have 3 more here. And last one. And relax. We're going to rotate to the other side. Arms are coming out in front of us and opening up here. Four more here. And last one. And relax. All right, next we're gonna come up to seated. One leg is going to extend long. The other leg that is bent, we're gonna cross this ankle over our knee. We're going to first hug the knee into the chest to pull our posture nice and tall. And then we're going to place the outside hand behind our back. The inside hand is coming to rest on the outside of the crossed knee. And we're gonna rotate for 10-second holds. For 3, 2, 1. Relax. I have leaves in my hair, it sounds like. Gross. Alright, and then we're gonna switch. So other leg extends long, this ankle crosses, we're gonna hug up the posture, take outside arm, place inside arm down, and rotate. And 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, so that is it for our warm-up. So we're gonna get into circuit number 1. We are going to be on our knees quite often throughout this workout. So if you have an issue with being on your knees, I would recommend getting an extra pad or a pillow of some kind to cushion the knees if you have any difficulty or pain with being on your knees often. So for circuit number 1, we are going to focus on our hip flexors and inner thighs. So we're going to start with a runner's stretch. So what that's going to look like is we're going to be in a half kneeling position. So we're going to start in this half kneeling position, but we're going to walk this front foot out in front of our knee a little bit, so that when we drop in here, we're really opening up this hip angle to really increase our hip extension and get a nice good stretch across the front of this hip. And then we're also drawing the knee over the front toe, so we are getting some ankle flexion going on in here as well, okay? So we're gonna hold this for about 2 seconds, and then we're gonna rock back to open the hamstring, rock forward to open the hip flexor, back to open up the hamstring, okay? Nice, slow movements here. We're going for 5 rocks on each leg, 10 total. So then we'll switch. Again, walking. Millie, come here. It's okay. Sorry, my dog's outside. We're gonna drop the hip, pulling the knee over the toe, and then rocking back. Toe is still planted to open up this hamstring here. 5 rocks. Shush. What are you doing? Apologies. Really, go in. And then end on this one. Good. All right, next we're gonna rotate to the side. Whoop. We're gonna be in a side kneeling position. So our outside leg is gonna be directly out in front, directly out to the side. Sorry, that just distracted me so bad. Directly out to the side from our hip. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a nice stretch. So we're gonna rotate the hips to open up this inner thigh here. You can send the hips back towards that back heel a little bit, do a little bit of some pulsing here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back up tall, and then we're gonna draw the toe over the heel, opening up this external rotation, and then pulling it back down to touch the ground, and then back up and down for 5. So what we're gonna do here is we wanna really make sure that we are keeping our hips facing forward, and then we're not rocking to open up the hip here, okay? We're gonna keep the heel nice and grounded. The hips are facing forward, and we're just allowing it to move through its natural range of motion, okay? So if you can only move like so far, that's fine. Just do what it allows you to do, okay? All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch legs. So again, we're going to extend this leg out long. Have this stationary leg is going to be stacked under our hips. And then we're gonna hinge at the hips. You can place the hands on the ground. We're gonna do 10 seconds of either pulses or just hinging. 3, 2, 1. And then come nice and tall for some rotations, okay? Again, allowing the hips to face forward. Last one. Relax. All right, we're gonna come to seated. We're gonna have one leg extended nice and long. The other is going to be in this figure 4 type position here, or half of a butterfly. And what we're gonna do is we're just actively going to open up our hips. So we're gonna press down and away, and then pull up, and press down and away for 10 of these. Two more here. And last one. Good. All right. Extend that leg nice and long. Cross the other one in. Sit on our sit bones. Pull up and down. Two more. And last one. Good. All right, relax. So we're gonna head back in with our runner's stretch to hamstring extension in just about like 15 seconds, okay? All right, so we're gonna find our way to half kneeling again. Foot is walked out slightly away from the knee. Gonna draw over and back. Last one on this side. Good. Go ahead and switch. Draw over and down. If you're like me, you might have one side that is a little bit looser than the other. And if you have one side that's tighter than the other, feel free to hang out where it feels uber tight, and then just allow it a little bit more time to relax. All right, go ahead and come on out of there. We're gonna turn to the side. In just a few seconds, we're going to go into our adductor stretch with rotation. All right, so let's prop that leg out there. Again, stationary leg is stacked under our hips, and we're going to send the hips back, hinging to place the hands on the ground. Gonna open for 10 seconds of either rocks or just hinges. 3, 2, 1. Come on up, and then rotate for 5. Good. All right, let's switch legs. Whoop. My knee's stuck. Okay. Same thing, stacked under, hinging at the hips to open up the thigh. Going for 10 seconds of stretching here. And 3, 2, 1, ahead and relax. Come on down to our sit bones. And we're going to go ahead and get into this nice hip opener here. So pressing down and away and pulling up. Two more on this leg. Last one. And switch. Four more here. 3, 2, and last one, and relax. All right, so that is circuit 1 done. We are gonna head into our second circuit, which is gonna be focused on our upper back and shoulders. So again, to reiterate, we are gonna be doing a lot of things on our knees. So if you need that cushion or anything to protect your knees from any kind of pain, I would recommend grabbing it now, since this entire circuit is going to be either half kneeling or on our knees, okay? So what we are going to do to start is we are going to do a wide lunge. So we're going to drop back into that hip flexor lunge. We're going to have our arms like we're hugging something. We're going to have our hands on either elbow or either bicep. And then we're going to be in this hip flexor lunge as we rotate over the stationary leg or the front leg to get an increased stretch in our hip and also open up our shoulder blades and upper back to the one side. Okay, so we're gonna do 5 rotations, nice and slow, over one leg, 5 rotations on the other leg, and then we'll move on, okay? So, hands are crossed, dropping into this, I'm in a hole, and then we're going to rotate. Last one. Good. All right, we'll go ahead and switch. Get that nice stretch in there. And last one. Relax. All right, we're gonna keep this leg down and we're gonna continue with some rotational things. We're gonna do half kneeling shoulder cars, okay? So we've done these before standing, but this time we're gonna allow a little bit of rotation from the hips to increase our spinal rotation. So we're gonna have our palms facing in as we come up overhead. We're gonna open and rotate the palms out as we finish directly behind us, okay? And then same thing, palms are gonna face out. So we reach overhead and then come back in to face front, okay? So palms in, overhead, turn out, open up, come back in and down. We're gonna do 5 on this side and 5 on the other side, okay? So here we go. And relax. All right, let's go ahead and switch legs. For some reason. There we go. All right. So palm facing in, rotate out and down. Woo! Slight balance mishap. And relax. All right. Lastly, we're going to come into a child's pose. So we're going to send the hips back towards the heels, walk the hands out far away from the body, head drops between them, and we're going to rotate, dropping one shoulder down, peeling one shoulder up. 5-second holds for 5 rotations. Last one each way. And relax. All right, let's take about 20-25 seconds. Get off of the knees. Allow them to relax a little bit before we head into round 2 of the upper body circuit. Alright, we got about 5 more seconds. And we're going to get back up on our knees. Alright, let's give ourselves a nice hug. And rotate over the stationary leg for 5. And let's switch legs. Get a nice good stretch in the hip flexor, and we'll rotate. Last one here. And relax. Okay. we're gonna head into our, what was I about to say? Oh, our half-kneeling shoulder cars. Sorry. Blank moment. All right. So, same arm. Just kidding. Opposite arm. All right. So we're going to palm in, come up overhead, rotate to come on back. Two more here. Palm in, rotate out. And last one here. Relax. All right. Whoop. Let's send the hips back to the heels. Walk the arms out together. Head between them and rotate open. And we have one more on each turn. And relax. All right, we are gonna come to lay onto our side. Doesn't matter which one. We're gonna get a nice quad stretch going. So we're gonna grab a hold of the top of the foot and we're just gonna pull the heel towards the butt. You can drop the knee slightly behind hip line if you would like to open up the hip flexor a little bit more, but we're gonna just open up the quad for 3, 2, 1. Flipping over to the other side. Again, holding on to the top of the foot. And back towards the front. And relax. We're going to flip onto our stomach to do a nice cobra pose. So you can do it two ways. We're going to plant the hands right in front of our chest. Option number one is you can press through the elbows to raise here, or you can do a full press up here, opening up the abdominals, etc. We're going to hold it for 10 seconds, so whichever way you prefer. We're gonna come down to our back. We're gonna revisit the butterfly pose, but this time we're gonna do both legs. We're gonna lay on our back, and you can either just have the legs open up on their own, or you can add an additional reach overhead to open up the lats and the upper spine as well. Again, we're holding for 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, relax. Alright, you guys, that is all I had for today's session. I hope you feel a little bit more mobile, a little bit more stretched and relaxed. I know I feel a little bit better. Again, I'm really sorry for the delay, but it took so many attempts to even show up on the feed, so I'm hoping that somebody got to see this today. If not, it will be uploaded to YouTube right after. But I hope you enjoy the remainder of your Thursday, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, for a workout of the day. All right, bye.